Austin St. John and Walter Jones. Why we left Power Rangers, we tell a story together. For y'all who don't know, in the original Power Rangers, my son right here was Jason the Red Ranger. He was the man till Tommy gave him the smack it out. And this is Zach, the Black Ranger. We gonna find out what happened. Power Rangers was like a staple. When I was younger, man, I was a fiend for Power Rangers. I wanted to be a fucking Power Ranger, bro. Like, I was really into Kung Fu shit first, like, for real, for real. So Power Rangers was like a perfect shit for me to be into. And I just thought, like, beating people up and kicking people and shit like that was just dope. Like physical combat type shit. I fuck with it. His chain is a fucking power. These niggas be dedicated for real, for life. But they be at all these conventions and shit. But we're gonna check this out. We're gonna see what happened here. It's crazy because rest in peace, man, to Jason David Frank. He played Tommy. That was my favorite Ranger. I actually got to meet him a few times. Committed suicide. Can I say that? In GTA. He yeah. RP to him. Let's hear what they gotta say. And I know for a time him and Jason didn't even bang with each other. I don't know if they ever really made up, but I know that was an ongoing thing. But let's check it out.
This is the part that gets me. We agreed that we were going to stick together as a unit.
Right.
We were going to fight this together.
Right. That didn't happen.
Very nice about this.
Well, different people for the different reasons changed their mind. Obviously, that was
Jason, I don't know how old Jason. Let me see how old these guys are. Let me see if we could pull up these guys' ages. Because I can front Zach. He looked very good for his age, bro. He looked very good for his age. What's this man's name? Walter Jones? That's the name? Walter Jones. Age. Boom. No way. He's 54? All right, let's look at Austin St. John. John. Age. He's 50. Yo, bro. He don't look bad, but considering that's wow. Considering, hey man, black don't crack, man.
would be Amy Jo and David Yost and Jason Crank. And all of them had their own reasons.
How old was JDF? Because he looked good for his age. That's David Frank. Jason David Frank. Oh, I'm supposed to age. Age. Okay, he was 49 when he passed. Yeah. Nah, he was good for his age. He was good for his age. I didn't realize that Walter was older than him like that. A few years. Yeah. I mean, none of them look bad. None of them look bad from what I've seen, but some better than others. Right? Like, he just did a Power Ranger show on Netflix, and it ain't look like he missed a beat.
Deciding, we don't want to renegotiate the contract. After all, we're just gonna grin and bear it. But we wanted to stand up for ourselves because we felt like we were being bullied, and we felt like we deserved more, and that we had earned the right to be treated like professional actors.
Hey man, welcome to Fanward. I'm Austin. This is my man,
Walter Emmanuel Jones.
We've done a lot of videos. We've done a lot of work together, a lot of episodes. We have spent a lot of time doing some incredible stuff all around the world. He and I got to talking.
The way the lighting is with Walter's hair, I don't know if it was the camera fluffy, but it did gives off this weird anime vibe. I don't know. It's like it got an aura to it.
Realized that while each of us has talked about why we left the show, we had never really done it in depth and not together.
Yo, bro, man. Shit. Bad already, man. Yeah, I think it's probably a dream.
Man, why don't you kick it off? Tell them what you remember.
Well, you know, what happened was I know a lot of our fans were very disappointed when we left the show. I mean, we were disappointed. We didn't want to leave. We wanted to be there. We wanted to do the movie. We earned this movie. This movie is like,
And it was like 30 days before the movie.
yeah, it was like the catalyst to what we had built up to. So we went from nothing into like the.
Oh, that's right. Wait, is that right? No, they didn't even get to make it to the movie. That is that's Grimes. They did all them seasons on the show, didn't get to make it to the movie. Wasn't he the only black person on the entire show? Oh, shoot my chest now. If I gotta go off the top of my head, yeah, my son was the only black person on the entire show. I can't even think of a single supporting character. I don't even know if he had a family. Like later seasons, yeah, later seasons, whatever. But on that specific Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the OG, yeah. I believe so. That's crazy. They dubbed them out.
The world's
They are.
greatest kids show in the world in 40 countries and
90 languages.
yeah, which was pretty incredible.
And it was going to be a $40 million film done in Australia.
The show, the TV show itself was non-union. Okay.
Yeah.
So originally we got a contract and the contract was not that great, but we were told, hey, you could take this contract.
Not for nothing for anybody who's seen him. He is missing a finger. He was missing a finger the whole time. You didn't really notice it during the show, but he was missing a finger. And what does that say? So he didn't make the movie, and they made the little boy, the new Blue Ranger. Yeah, that was the second movie. The second movie, they got rid of the other dude who replaced Jason. They got rid of him, and they got the little boy. Yeah, the first movie, they just deaded them. They deaded Jason, Trini, and Zach got deaded from what I believe. I believe Billy, Tommy, and the Pink Ranger, what's her name? Amy Jo Johnson, what's her name? Kimberly was all there, and they swapped out for, I think, like Aisha and Rocky and Adam or something like that. So yeah, they got done before the first movie. Yeah, Kimberly was still there. So yeah, that's Grimes. 40 mil, but it's crazy. That show he just said was non-union. That was a non-union show. For all my actors out there, if y'all know, I'm into the acting scene and shit. For all my actors out there, that's crazy. Non-union. These niggas was, what was it back then? They would have been like, what, After or something? I don't think they was together at that point. That's crazy. So they was just working. Yeah, I know they got ripped off.
To show it to your lawyers or to your agent, but first person comes back and wants to change anything, we're going to fire you.
See, he got a different message that day than I did.
Yeah,
because I was underage. So it was a week before my 18th birthday, and I was like, and I wasn't there. I didn't have a parent. I didn't have an agent because I wasn't an actor. So I didn't know anything. And I can remember them looking at me, and I was like, shouldn't I have like my mom or dad here or an agent? And they looked at me, and they're like, there are about 300 other people outside that door that will sign that if you don't.
How did they manage to get an underage kid in there and make him sign a fucking contract with no, yeah, this is already crazy.
And that was what I got. I was like, okay. And they just told me, could you post date it a week to your 18th birthday?
Oh, they did him dirty. They made him Bro, what?
Well, the thing is, as well, as an actor that's pursuing the acting career, the pilot was a pilot, and we were told beforehand, if this pilot gets picked up, it's going to be picked up 40 episodes. Now, 40 episodes is unheard of because usually a series is 12 episodes.
A single season.
Yeah. Single season. Right. And so 40 episodes as somebody that's never had a television show is pretty tremendous. And
years of work.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it was like, well, this is contract's not very good and it's non-union, but 40 episodes is a lot of experience to have under your belt. And if this does anything, then even if it doesn't do anything, I got 40 episodes of experience on my belt as an actor, as a lead actor on a television show.
See, that's crazy because for me, again, he just Man, I learned from all these guys because I literally knew nothing. I was still in high school. I literally dropped out of high school to take the job. So while he's talking,
So this was a show actually that had high school students playing high school students for the most part. Because like shows now on the CW shows like Riverdale and shit, they be high school students, but in real life they be like 32, 33 years old. And not only that, I'm pretty sure they might go into, I don't know. I know, like, I follow this. I fucks with Power Rangers. Like, Jason actually did martial arts. I believe JDF did martial arts. Zach actually did Kimberly was like a gymnast or something. Like, they actually had skills, like physical skills. So they was the real deal. And it's like he got ripped off. But you get people that come in there that are just straight actors and they just act into the roles and they getting all the bread. But the people that's the real deal got screwed. That's crazy.
about lead roles, 40 episodes, I knew none of that. All I was thinking was, I'm going to be a superhero on TV. Like, that was, wow.
Who knows, Skip? Apple doesn't mean a superhero. I'm like, no. So we did the show. The show became a huge success. Within the first week,
Yeah.
they told us, congratulations, guys.
Your show is #1 in the world.
Number one. And we're sitting there looking at each other like,
It was so informal.
the world? Did you say the world? Yeah.
Number one on the Nelson's rating? Was that?
Yeah, and this is ratings and
It was crazy.
yeah. So here we are with this #1 kids show in the world that took down some pretty heavy competition in the very beginning.
Yeah.
Every day we're getting better. Now we've entered our second season, 40 episodes down in the tanks. We're a #1 kids show. We go to the market and our faces on the magazines. You know, when you go to market and you're like, oh, that's me on the magazine right there. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'll take this juicy fruit, thank you.
That's right. Back in the day, we had this TV Guide. You don't know what that is now, but we were on the covers of TV Guide and Teen Beat magazines.
And we did picture on.
Bro, that's nuts, bro. Son out of high school, bro. You know what that's like? Like, I mean, we got all of this stuff now, streamers and everything. Everybody just crazy. People would be 7 years old and be wild famous. But back then, bro, to be in that type of situation is wow. You got
Had this cool stuff. The experience was amazing. Although it wasn't something that made us, we weren't wealthy. Obviously, we weren't making that much money on the show.
Bro, we were bros.
Yeah, it was a non-union contract, so we weren't making a lot of money. It's not like we could buy brand new cars. I think we were driving our beaters for a long time.
Yep.
Eventually, in the second season, we were offered a contract to do a commercial. And with this commercial, we would get these free Suzuki sidekicks,
Which were recalled later because they would flip over on their sides.
yeah,
They're like, go ahead, you can have that.
exactly. You
go
can have
take
this
some.
car for doing this commercial. Now, as a SAG actor on a commercial, you might make anywhere from $30,000 to $45,000
SAG is the union for y'all. I don't know.
for a SAG commercial Exhibit A.
That's just payment.
Yeah, that's a payment and residuals. And so that would be fair as a SAG actor. But again, we're non-union. Not necessarily fair, but the idea for the cars was, it was incentive to do this. And we did it. And it was cool. The cars didn't turn out. We didn't get to pick our own cars. They just gave us whatever it was. Okay, we got 3 white ones. We got
I remember that.
I don't know the other colors, but I think we got a little paycheck. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't big. It wasn't what.
There's a reason we don't remember it.
Yeah. So second season, we're doing the show and things are going well, but it was weird because they lowered the budget on the set. So the first season, our service was like amazing. We had all this help.
Yo, telling you, acting, actors, whatever, y'all know what I'm speaking to. For the people who don't, craft services be the blast, bro. Like, I did a commercial for American Express. It was probably, and I got a hookup too. I had a hookup for my brother. He got me in, and I was doing the commercial. It was decent paid. I wasn't in no union or whatever. Just a regular extra. Excuse me, I'm still a little sick. Decent pay. But the food, craft services, the food, oh my, bro. That was the first time in life. It's gonna sound stupid to some people, maybe. I had a Thanksgiving sandwich. It was like turkey with cranberry and stuffing and everything. But these ingredients, everything is fresh, catered, like so good. You got so many options like, is on a different level. It wasn't no bullshit. Craft services is important to have good. Yo, feed your actors. I was talking about this with my boy Cry. He probably in there. We be doing films and things like that. And we talk to some other like producers and directors and stuff like that, and some of the actors, and sometimes they don't get fed. Especially like when you're doing indie stuff. Like if you're doing union stuff, certain things they have to do. But for indie stuff, I'm yapping. I don't care. Shut up. Anyway, um, yeah, feed your people, man. Feed them, man. You want no starving actors, hungry and shit, and just feed them. Anyway, going back.
Stuff. Craft service was where they set up all the food on set so you can go and eat and get coffee and drink.
Protein food trucks and all this cool stuff that you can eat that was healthy for you. And the second season, craft service was like this.
Here's your celery stick.
Potato chips. And yeah, it was like not anything that's really healthy for us. And it was weird because it was like, that's weird that the budget dropped. How do you drop it? They made $1 billion in the first season. $1 billion. You know, $1 billion is 999 million. Add one, that's $1 billion. That's $1 billion. Like 999 million?
If you spent every day on a street corner handing out a $1 bill, you could not pass out $1 billion in your lifetime.
You would expect that after all the success of the first season that we would get a big bump in the second season, but we did not. And the show was successful and we had contracts and we were continuing to work and it was getting better. So it was like, yeah, we'll stick it out. So
see where it goes.
Yeah, see where it goes. We're here. We're like, we're in it to win it. It looks like everything's going great.
I agree with all that. For me, I had people on the crew from behind the scenes. And they were probably talking to you too, all you guys. I mean, we all talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
But I can remember a lot of the crew coming to me off camera being like, man, you guys should go union. This should be, look at what they're doing. You guys are getting screwed, blah, 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 blah. Because the crew, they were getting paid even crappier than we were. It was
paying the crew bag too. What kind of crew? Yo, let me find out. Yo, Mo, what up? What up? Check in, Mo. What's going on, man? Yo, I feel a lot better. Like, I never felt bad. I don't feel like, and I will hope everyone could agree. You late to the show? Yeah, we looking at this Power Ranger shit, man. It's crazy, but you'll be up to speed. It ain't much. I only got 7 minutes in because you know I be yapping. But I will hope anyone that was on any of our sets ever would say that we took care of them. But casting crew, like for them, for what they saying on a show making $1 billion is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's the Power Rangers. They talking about their story, and basically they got treated really bad. Like we've done series, we've done films, we've done like shorts. Like never treated somebody that bad. Looking like grandparent. Now, I don't think Zach looked that old, honestly. Jason, he don't. Yeah. I mean, they probably are grandparents. They in their 50s. So. But yeah, yo, this is like a bad. You wouldn't think they were getting. Well, when I was a kid, I wouldn't think they was getting treated that bad. And once I started to learn how a lot of shit in life works in the entertainment industry, I see how they got treated like that.
About helping everybody on the set just get what they're worth and not get rich.
Yeah, exactly. Make it union, make it fair. Because when you're in the union, what happens is there's rules that have to be abided by. If you go over a certain time and overtime, you have to be paid a certain amount. If you get over that, you get like twilight time, golden time. You get, so you don't mind doing the work because, well, you're getting compensated for it. And what you make is according to what Screen Actors Guild was called normal.
But what that does for the producers is it drives their budget up and they get angry because now their margin's slim. But that's on a show that's not making a lot of money. On a show that's made $1 billion, you're not really supposed to worry about just giving people a bump and taking care of.
And that's in the first season. So second season, it's already doing quite well.
Yeah.
Basically, it was unfair. It was unfair to the actors that we couldn't afford a house, but still couldn't really afford a car.
The crew too.
The crew as well. It was like
it was unfair as he's being really nice about
it. It sucked. But we're fake.
Bro, but I know by that point, they had to be selling wild merchandise. I know the toys, video games, the t-shirts, all of that shit was selling wild crazy. They must not have been getting no royalties off nothing. So that's
famous. And that's cool. That is cool. That's cool because we had the advantage of having these amazing fans and getting loved up by all these kids that we are satisfying. I mean, it was,
What's the best part of the show?
we didn't even get the toys. That was weird. Why didn't they give us the toys? It was like,
Bro, do you remember the jackets on set?
I still have mine.
Yeah, I had mine, but I don't anymore.
We had to pay for them.
Because I had to, we had to pay for them.
Yeah, it was like
That was
$5 per that Power Ranger jacket.
that was for the cheap one. Like if you wanted the lambskin one, it was like $375 at the time. That was like half my paycheck per episode.
Yeah, it was crazy. All of that being, we're having a great time, but
I don't anymore.
we had to pay for them.
Because I had to, we had to pay for them.
Yeah, it was like
Nah.
satisfying. I mean, it was,
What's the best part of the show?
we didn't even get the toys. That was weird. Why didn't they give us the toys?
I mean, even if they didn't give you the toys, they should have gave them some bread off of that. But it would have been cool to give them, like, they just treated these niggas like losers, and they weren't real actors, so they just disrespected them. That's all it was. They said, y'all ain't real actors, y'all some little kids. He said he was still in high school. He's what, 3-4 years older than him. They disrespected him, and that's wild. That's wild. I want to look at who pocketed all the money from Power Rangers. Power Rangers, like they said, made $1 billion in the first season. I'm sure from then on, like this should have been on forever. Who's pocketing all of that cash when they was doing them this dirty? And when did they start actually paying real actors, or do they always just rape little kids for their money? I don't know. This is crazy.
So it was like,
Bro, do you remember the jackets on set?
I still have mine.
Yeah, I had mine, but I don't anymore.
We had to pay for them.
Because I had to, we had to pay for them.
Yeah, it was like $5 per that Power Ranger jacket.
That was for the cheap one. Like if you wanted the lambskin one, it was like $375 at the time. That was like half my paycheck per episode.
Yeah, it was crazy. All of that being, we're having a great time, but we know it's not fair. We know it should be union. We know that things should be better for us than they are. And then they came to us and said, all right, say for Blue job, you're most excited. And 20th Century Fox is going to do a movie about Power Rangers. They want to use all of you guys. And we've signed contracts already with all you guys to be in the movie. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be new costumes. It's going to be big. This big budget. $40 million. Yes. And you get to go to Australia. Yes. It's going to be amazing. But we got to give you your contracts. So we're like, all right, cool. That sounds great. Yeah, this is awesome.
We're thinking maybe we'll finally get paid.
Man. And then we get the contract.
It was a joke.
The contract is for 3 movies, not 1 movie.
That's right.
It's for 3 movies, which means after being locked into a contract for 40 episodes, locked in for another contract for 40 episodes, and being treated unfairly for 80 episodes, now we're going to do movies, and it's not just 1 movie, but it's 3.
Bro, 80 episodes of a show is insane, bro. You think about it. Think about some of your favorite shows. Now, granted, this was a 30-minute kid show, whatever. And they probably didn't do too much acting because the people in the costumes did a lot of the fighting and shit. But even so, if you just break that down to half, 40 episodes is still crazy, bro. That's crazy. Like, you could get like a season of whatever, and it'd be like 12 episodes or something. That's like a few seasons worth.
Movies. So that means whatever I sign right now is law because I signed it. I can't renegotiate this because I wasn't able to renegotiate the contracts that I signed already. If I sign this right now, then that's what it is.
To give you a little pre-story, and of the original 5, before Tweet Train came on board, there was a wonderful girl. Her name was Audrey Dubois. And after the pilot got picked up, she knew then we were going to get screwed. And she went to Haim Saban and was like, hey, this is jacked. You need to pay us more. And he fired her.
Yeah.
And he liked her. Like, they got along.
Yeah.
And so we knew it. And now we're at a place where we're looking. I mean, I remember the numbers in that contract. I don't remember a lot of the detail, but I remember that.
The numbers were not great at all. They were like, I mean, it was like for what you would make on a major film. I mean,
As a lead?
As a lead. And when you think about a film doesn't take 2 weeks. A film takes months. I mean, like you're looking at 6 months, 8 months, a year to create this. So
from beginning to end.
From beginning to end. I can just tell you this. The initial movie that we were going to shoot was under $20,000. How many days were I to work?
That's stupid.
That's stupid. And then each additional movie was like a bump of maybe $6,000, if that. It was really unfair. So we're supposed to do that. You know, it's
$20K for a movie. It'd probably wrap up most of their year. Nah, that's kind of ass. That is kind of ass.
It was ridiculous. It was like, okay, well, we're no longer the amateurs that we were when you first picked us up, before we had any name, before we had anything. Now we've created this show. We have a name for ourselves. We continue to create great product.
But the fact that they didn't use these niggas, replaced them with 3 other people, and Power Rangers was still booming.
And it's just not fair. And you guys should treat us like everybody else treats us. Everybody else should treat us like, oh my God, the fuck Ranger, who's that? And they're like, you can still treat us like, oh, you're actors that have no experience. And that's not the case.
Yeah, like we didn't just create the #1 show in the world. Well, not create, but we're the faces of it.
We're the faces of it. We are the creation of our character.
That's right.
Yes. Basically what happened is we kind of got together and we said, this contract's not really fair.
He's so much nicer about this than
Yeah. The least it should be is it should be unique. We're not asking to be, millionaires. We're not saying, hey, you got to treat us special, but treat us
That's right.
like a professional actor, which is what we are at this point with 85, 80 episodes under our belts.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Seinfeld, those guys were making $13 million and they shot 13 episodes a year.
That's not what we're asking, but
Seinfeld was making 13 mil. They shot 13 up there. I remember when Seinfeld was getting 1 million. Not the whole cast splitting a mil. Like, just, hey, you, Jerry Seinfeld, 1 million per episode. 13 episodes a year. That's a sitcom. 30 minutes. No figures, no merch. Nothing. This is pop.
Their shows didn't have our popularity.
yeah, and not even, and we're not asking for anything like that. We're just make it sad. Make it
video
games. So it's fair. And we all kind of get together and talk about it. And we're like, I think we should get a lawyer and have a lawyer look at the contract. As a group, we should go and renegotiate the contract.
I was mad. I had a lot of people whispering in my ear, and I think they knew I was the youngest and I was probably the most impressionable, which I was. Walt was more level-headed, but he had experience. He knew the system. So I really looked up to him a lot on this stuff. So you definitely handled it different than I. But we got the lawyer.
And then we went to everybody and everybody agreed, yeah, okay, well, we'll meet and talk to the lawyer. And then one day we went into the set and we were like, we got the lawyer. Let's make this happen.
This is the part that gets me. We agreed that we were going to stick together as a unit.
Right.
We were going to fight this together.
Right. That didn't happen.
Very nice about this.
Well, different people for their different reasons changed their mind.
So,
Obviously, that would be Amy Jo and David Yost and Jason Crank. And all of them had their own reasons for deciding, we don't want to renegotiate the contract. After all, we're just going to grin and bear it. But we wanted to stand up for ourselves because we felt like we were being bullied and we felt like we deserved more and that we had earned the right to be treated like professional.
I wonder if this was like, well, they supposedly already had beef on set too, but damn, this is like what happened. I heard that shit, something like that happened with Girlfriends, how they got Tony up out of there like during the renegotiation period. Some people like, nah, bro, that's crazy.
Archers. Even though they chose not to be part of it anymore, we decided to just keep running with it.
We stayed course.
We stayed the course.
And that was Twee Walter and myself.
That was us standing up for ourselves, and
I'm proud of that.
yeah, me too. I wouldn't say
Twee was.
I wouldn't change that, and Twee was as well. And
That's right.
And it was scary. I mean, I have to say, it's clearly the scariest things I've ever done. Here we are on this hit show that we created. And I definitely don't want to leave. I definitely want to do the movie. This movie is the legacy of what we created.
It was the pinnacle.
It's the pinnacle. It's like, this is like going to be the highest point of what Power Rangers has been thus far. With us all as a cast, it's going to be amazing. Really disappointed the other 3 guys chose not to go with us.
Very nice.
But we decided.
Very disappointed. Y'all should have morphing time on there. It would have been on site, bro. I don't care, bro. If we agreed to hold out and then you did that, bro, when I see you, bro, it's morphing time, bro. Putting the beats on you. I don't care.
So stay the course. And in the process, what happened as we were trying to renegotiate the contract, and lots of things were said. Lots of things were said on both sides. The lawyers were going back and forth about, do you want to do the movie? Do you do a few episodes? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Things are being negotiated.
And there was a little more money thrown on the table in the process.
Yes.
but it was still a joke.
So in the process, what happened was the other 3 that stayed were offered more to stay. And
See, that's the shit that I heard we had on girlfriends. Basically, hey, y'all ain't want y'all brag? All right, we gonna bump they brag, keep them on, and then find some 3 new people to just give them nothing because they just want to be down with the process. Yo, the game is dirty, man. If it's one thing you know, the game is dirty. That's all I'm gonna say.
they had auditions for 3 new Rangers, which I wasn't really sure, but I don't think we knew, or maybe we knew. I think I found out eventually we were auditioning for other Rangers.
Yeah, they told us that they were going to start casting for the other Rangers. We had reached a point where negotiations were just crumbling. We knew the other guys had cut a side deal, and we knew they were going to cast the other roles. And at that point, there wasn't much left in the negotiation.
It was interesting, though, because we started doing car shows. So right now we do Comic-Cons.
Which
Then
also
we were doing car shows. Yeah, well, because now we were understanding our worth. And a day we were making what we would make.
more than we made in months.
And a weekend we would make what we would make an entire season.
Know your worth, bro. That's what I was saying. I knew when they said they didn't do it or whatever. I know everybody was probably like, yeah, they dumb. They didn't do. But I bet you they was getting bread. Now they was free to do. Bro, their popularity was crazy. Walter Jones. Listen, man. We here. Yeah.
Which was crazy. It was like, wait, we just made that on a weekend? Like, sign an autograph, just signing my name?
We were filling up, like, I can remember, I don't remember if you did the show, but it was car shows and other, like, county fairs. And I did one that was in an aircraft hangar somewhere, I think, in Oklahoma. It was a hangar. And the line was, I mean, we filled it up.
People will wait in line for 4 hours to come and get their autograph.
It was insane.
Wild. And so, we report back to the other guys. Hey, guys. Sorry about that. Some here, girl.
Your worth and put in your work.
Who are you?
And you could always play that, bro. Well, no,
This is our worth. We're signing autographs in a weekend. We're making more than we made in the first or second season, which is crazy. Like, that's 3 days compared to however much time we spent filming 40 episodes.
And we did the biggest show at Universal Studios for the owners, broke Universal Studio records,
Yes.
backed up the highway into downtown LA for 8 miles. Did we get paid?
I don't recall. I don't think we got paid.
There's another one we should remember. If we got paid, why don't we remember it? That's all I'm saying.
Exactly, because when you fill up the stadium that Michael Jackson performs at, how much are those tickets?
Yeah, man. It was supposed to be one show with 1,000 people. It was like 4 or 5 shows in the
It was like
biggest
6
theater.
shows, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we had 30,000 people show up in the day.
Crazy.
Yeah. So all that happened, and at the end of the day, we just couldn't find a happy medium. They hired 3 new people to be Power Rangers in the film. Everybody went off and they did the film, and they lived happily ever after. I am still disappointed that I didn't do that film, because I think the film with the 6 original Rangers would have been.
The film tanked.
The film did okay. It would have
Not good in the box office.
It would have been amazing.
my boy in full hate mode. He said, the film tanked. He said, it didn't get, not in the box office. Fuck that. I made sure that garbage.
If we were all in, because that's what the fans wanted to see. And I know a lot of fans have come up to me afterwards and just say, you know what, when I found out you weren't in the Power Rangers anymore, I ripped my poster down.
Yeah.
I stopped watching the show.
Yeah.
I know that happened to a lot of people. And
That's not what we wanted.
no, that's not what we wanted at all. We didn't want to leave you guys. We didn't want to be like, oh, we're more with the show. It wasn't like that. It wasn't an attitude
We love.
towards the fans. It's just we wanted
I go front. I was a little tight when Zach wasn't there.
to stand up for ourselves. And I don't think this story has been told by
Not in this
the
detail.
2 of us. And if Tree were here, she would also be able to add her 10 cents, but she's unfortunately no longer with us.
Yeah, so kind of what sparked this video is you and I got to talking about it. I mean, he remembered things that I had completely forgotten, and vice versa. So this is the only official, like, really us video talking about it.
Yeah.
Please hear it with us.
I just know we were all very scared.
Terrified.
Of what the worst case scenario might be. And we ended up going to the worst case scenario. However, I can say this. Here we are,
That's right.
almost 30 years later.
And stronger for it.
We're stronger for it. And our fans, you guys are still with us, and we appreciate it.
Much love, man. Can't let that go. Never let you go.
So now you know what happened and how it happened. And, thanks for sticking with us. We love you guys. We have the best fans in the world. Peace and love. It's your boy, Walter Jones, and Austin St. John.
We'll serve.
You know what time it is? What? Oh, damn.
I think they probably still not union. They're probably still not SAG-AFTRA or whatever the case it is, because I don't really see them doing much of nothing. Honestly, the only person that I think from that original cast that went on to be a real actress was Amy Jo Johnson. Kimberly the Pink Ranger, I seen her. She was on a few real shows and things like that. But I mean, I know JDF had a career, but it was mostly Power Ranger centric. I don't really know if he did no real like Hollywood type films or actual TV shows. He probably was still non-union also. And everybody else, yeah. So yeah, Power Rangers don't really be breeding a lot of megastars, but still. Shout out to that man. Kudos to that man. This was a W video. Let me like the video. I don't like to be a hater.